Students, myself Ajit Pratap Singh. Today, in this video of class 7 science, I'll let you know about how the digestion process take place in small intestine. Okay. Apart from this, I'll let you know about the absorption of food in the small intestine, as well as the assimilation process, and later on I'll let you know about the process of digestion and how does the food is removed from the body through rectum and anus. Okay, so in the previous video I told you about how does the digestion of food take place in the stomach, and now I'll tell you about the digestion in the small intestine. Okay students, as soon as the food leaves our stomach, little by little it enters a long winding tube below it, and that is known as the long winding tube is known as small intestine. And the last step of digestion take place in the small intestine itself. Okay students, so the generally the almost the complete digestion of food takes place in the small intestine, or the majority of the food is digested in the small intestine. As you can see, this is the diagram of the human digestive system, in which the mouth is present at the esophagus, the long tube, and from there on the food reaches to the stomach. From stomach it reaches to the small intestine, and from small intestine the undigested food is reaches to the large intestine, and from there on the food reaches to the rectum, and through anus it is the excretory part of the food is removed from the body. Okay, in this diagram you can also see the salivary glands, which helps in the digestion of the food. Okay, the pancreas is also present, the liver is also present, it is a gland. Okay, now the next slide. The muscles which are present in this small intestine, they generally mix with food with digestive juices. Some juices are secreted by the cells of the small intestine itself, and others come from the liver, which is the liver is the largest gland in the body. Okay, and the pancreas, that is located just above the stomach, just below the stomach. The liver secretes bile juice, which is stored in the gallbladder. Okay, the bile breaks up food fat into the tiny droplets that can be digested easily and absorbed more easily. The digestive juices then act on these tiny droplets to form simpler compounds known as fatty acids and glycerol. The pancreas secretes the pancreatic juice that changes starch into simple sugar and proteins into simpler compounds called amino acids. Now the next slide. Now in this slide I'll let you know about how does the absorption of the food takes place in the small intestine. The digested food is then absorbed by the small intestine. The absorption of food occurs through the thousands of small finger-like projections in the inner walls of the small intestine. These projections are also known as villi. The function of the villi is to that it increases the surface area of the absorption of the digested food, and each villus has a network of fine blood capillaries close to the surface. The food absorbed on the surface of the villus passes into the blood into the capillaries. This is the diagram of villi, that is a small finger-like projection, as you can see. Okay, in the inner walls of the small intestine. Now the next slide. Now I'll let you know about assimilation process. The food which is absorbed into the blood is transported to different part of the body, and it is transported to the different part of the body to provide energy and also the materials for growth and repair of the body tissues. This is the final stage in which the process of digestion takes place and is known as assimilation. Glucose is broken down into the cells and with the help of oxygen into carbon dioxide and water to provide energy. Amino acids are used for building and repairing of body parts. Fatty acids and glycerol are stored under the skin and act as energy reserves. Now the last slide, that is known as digestion. In this process, not as we all know that not all the food you eat is digested and absorbed. The food that cannot be digested moves from the small intestine into a white long tube called large intestine, as I shown you in the diagram. Here, most of the water present in the waste is absorbed. So here the water is absorbed, okay, in the form of waste. The waste food, which is now almost solid, is stored in the last part of the large intestine. So the waste food is, which is in the solid form, is stored in the last part of the large intestine, and the food in which the waste food is stored, that part is known as rectum, okay. And once the food is stored, or we can say once the waste food is stored in the rectum, it is then slowly passed out of the body through the anus. So this is how the complete digestion of the food take place, and rectum and anus help to remove the waste food from the body. So we can say that rectum and anus are the excretory parts of the body which help in the removing of solid waste produced into the body after eating the food. In short, students, I would like to recap about the whole video that small intestine is the part in which almost the complete digestion take place of our food, okay. And small intestine is the last step also, we can say, okay. Apart from this, the process of absorption and assimilation take place here itself, okay. And in the process of digestion, the undigested food is removed from the body by the help of rectum and anus, because as we all know that in rectum the waste food is stored, and once it is stored fully, then it is removed from the body by the part called anus. So that's it in this video. Have a great